and all that. And he's like, I got you.
Hey, Heather, we're gonna do check. Can you hear her? She's gonna talk for a second.
Hi, I'm Jamie. And
Well, yeah, I would.
I can hear her.
You can hear just fine. Okay, we're good.
not Colin. I tried to watch
We're gonna mute for a couple more minutes. We're gonna be up just a second, folks. We're just doing, getting an email to me so I can get everything. Okay. Oh, it has to go on. You have to turn the TV off. Okay, good. Try to go on one. If we go, of this, I have. Otherwise, you're gonna get this right. That'll be good.
Hi, everybody. I'm Liz. And I'm Jamie. We're part of Troop 149. We're a brand new troop this year. However, we do have 6 years of experience with TAC. We've just crossed over from TAC 96, number 1 in the nation, $224,000, I believe, in sales for the year. So we're very familiar with how the app runs. So we're going to go over mostly the leader portal, but we will have some stuff about the scout portal as well.
We'll go in the other room and announce if they're in your class.
Yes. Thank
Is
you.
it an iPhone?
Yes.
Green iPhone?
Green iPhone with a clear popcorn case.
Maybe now, they don't get your phone.
All right. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties with our toggle converter. So we're trying to,
Your what?
the little, our dongle, my dongle.
Oh.
So we're trying to run it off of the computer now. Yes, perfect. Thanks, Alex. All right, so some top points we're gonna cover today is how to use the app for leaders, what to do if the app crashes, and how to train the Harrison Scouts. So the first is the app for leaders. If you look, once you've logged in, you'll see your dashboard. The first tab says goal, and this is just your layout of your goal progress as a troop or as a pack. And you'll see your unit sales across the board for district, council, and national. Yes.
Is this screen just for whoever is the popcorn crew?
No, this is for any leader who has a leader portal login, so you'll be able to access all information for the troop.
So yes, it's for leaders, but you could have multiple team members helping you.
So for myself as the colonel, I have the login, but my team of 5 also have logins, so they can access the same exact stuff that I have, but not all of my parents can see this, just my team.
Hang on, we're seeing glare on the screen. They can't see the screen. Let me see if I can get it better. Let me see if I can get it from here. Hang on. Heather, you guys see it now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Let me get back over here. That's good. Here, hit the double.
You ready? Okay. So right now, this is our scout roster. So when you are in your leader portal, you can click on the second block and it will show you your scouts that are registered. It'll show you inventory they've checked out. So wagon sales, friends and family, anything that the scout personally has from the troop or pack, you will be able to log to see what they have here, as well as undelivered and money that they owe to the troop or pack. So undelivered would be something like they were at school, teacher bought, so the kids logged in and sold it, but you don't have the product physically delivered yet. So that would show that Alex stole the bag of white cheddar, so he could come to the troop meeting and say, hey, I need white cheddar, and we would give him the white cheddar, and then he can mark it delivered once he gives it to that person that he sold to, whether it be friend, family, neighbor, teacher, whoever that is. But this is a quick guide that you can look from your dashboard and see where your scouts have your money at. This is another part of the dashboard. So under the second tab, we have sales. This is the total sales of the entire pack or troop. So it breaks it down into your percentage of storefront, wagon, online, and also how they've done as a troop or pack with cash, app, and online. Similar to what you'll see with your scouts when they log in to sell. So instead of it just being your individual scout, this is the information that you would see as your entire unit. The third tab on your dashboard is your SIP. Now this breaks down your storefront SIP in percentages. I'm going to let Jamie go into more detail about what's going on. So right now I have 38 booths. Of my 38 booths, I have 174 shifts. So right now it says 16% of my total booth shifts are selected. 27 out of 174 are utilized right now. However, this is my quick guide because I only have 2 weeks worth of my units are open and I have booths up through Labor Day. So right now, 16% or 27 of my booth shifts are available or filled, but that just means that my weekends are covered because I don't have everything open right now. This tells me just at a quick glance, in the next 7 days, how many shifts do I have filled? And again, in the next 7 to 14 days, I have 8 of 22 shifts claimed. It changes on the hour. Trails End updates hourly, so at the time, I'm completely full now. But this is just a quick glance that you can look from your dashboard under shifts so that you can look really quickly versus having to go into each storefront and look that way. Inventory, so this is a quick glance of what my troop inventory is. So as you place your orders, council will then move your inventory in because we owe them, whereas we'll move inventory to our scouts, so you'll see it adjusted. So right now, this is the quantity at my unit. So when I get my pickup order, this is what I will be collecting. This is out to scouts. So if my scouts take wagon sales and take product home, that will show me what I have out to scouts, what I have at storefronts, what I have not in my personal unit storage. And then down here is the donations that you get for the heroes and helpers. Once this registers, it can kind of confuse people because it may show, like, it doesn't go against your inventory. Right. So it'll tally what you've gotten in donations, but sometimes you're like, well, what does this mean? It might show a negative. That don't freak out. There's no inventory for Hometown Heroes, so it's going to show a negative inventory. When you reconcile at the very end, it will all adjust completely down. But because there's no physical product, there's nothing to log, so it can adjust here. This is the fourth tab of your dashboard.
Can I make this, they can't see you on the screen waving.
Oh, okay.
So when you're doing that, just describe the work.
Oh, okay, sorry. We are pointing to the fourth tab on the dashboard where it says stats. When you open that tab, you're going to see your first rectangle. That first rectangle will be labeled Total Scouts, and that's the scouts rostered in your Trails End app at this time. At the time this screenshot was taken, we had 11. We're now up to 14 registered scouts. The average sales per scout, once your troop or pack starts to sell, so now we're on the second rectangle on this tab of the dashboard, it'll break it down into the average sales per scout. Again, that is the scouts registered at that time. And then the number of orders is the last rectangle. And again, that'll break it down, just like it says, the number of orders for the scouts registered at that time. So on this screen, you have the blue drop down from your dashboard. You have your menu bar, basically. You have the drop down shows who we are, where we're at, and then gives you access to click to see any of these positions that you need. If you want to see your dashboard, if you want to see your unit info, which would be your registered scouts and their login information, your other troop leaders that are helping you as popcorn, trainings or webinars. Chosen has a wonderful leaders webinar. It's 45 minutes. It walks you through everything in the app. There's also one similar to this on the Scout page that's training for parents and scouts to learn how to use the app as well. Several different webinars for the scouts and parents. Storefront management, you can go in and adjust your storefront. You can select your times, your shifts, how long you want them. You can adjust your inventory, what scouts are assigned there. Storefront reservations, where you can go and select what you want to select for your booths, where they're at, if you need more shifts. Popcorn breakdown shows what you have ordered, what you owe to council. You can send payments as you're collecting the money in. You can release payments to council from there. Transferring when you need to transfer inventory back to council or get more inventory from council. Rewards and incentives, you can see the breakdown of where your troop is at for your individual scouts. Account summary and reports will help with the reconciliation.
So the storefront settings is another part of this. So there's different ways that you as a trooper or package decide to break down the money. The first choice is scouts will receive credit for each sale recorded. So let's say my son is selling and he sells s'mores, he tags that credit card, he gets that amount dedicated to him. Now, if Jamie's son Alex sells white cheddar and he gets that account, that money goes just to him. So they split it, but it's individual sales. It is not a combined and then split. It's mine and his, if that makes sense. The second choice you have here is sales will be split between all scouts that work the shift. So if Alex is working and my son Kai are working together, this is the one where the scouts at that shift get split 50-50,
And it doesn't matter who logs the sale.
The third option is sales will be split among scouts that work the entire day. So if we have a storefront open and let's say we have 5 different shifts and 2 per shift, so that's 10 scouts. The quota at the end of the day gets divided among those 10 scouts evenly. And then the last is split among scouts during the entire year.
You also have your default setups where you can go in and when you select your booth, you can automatically have it default to our time zone, how long you want. So you can have 2 hour, every shift at 2 hours, you can have every shift at 4 hours, you can have every shift at 6 hours, you can have all day shifts, you can have multiple shifts, and you can assign the number of scouts per shift. So for us, we have it at 4 hours with 2 scouts per shift. I went back and physically manually adjusted all of those because that's how it defaulted to all of our booths. But I went in and adjusted because I have some scouts that I know for a fact I need to have a 2 hour booth because they just can't do longer. I know that some locations we open at 8 and maybe sales don't really pick up till like 9:30, 10. So I don't want those 2 scouts not to get anything. So I have a 4 hour booth. So we have gone in and manually adjusted where we needed to adjust. So you have your default, so everything defaulted there, and then I can go in and pick and choose and manually edit as a leader how I want my booth to look. Oh my God, what to do when the app crashes? So there are a couple different things you can do. So for us, we have Square and we have Venmo. So in your Square account, if Chosen crashes, they've been really well. You have to think about it, we run nationally. So there are times when it's really busy and it's just gonna happen. Chosen's very quick on the backside to do that. There's a Trails End Facebook page. Highly recommend you guys jumping on and logging into that. We personally have a popcorn chat for our weekends. So every weekend we have a booth, we have those parents in that chat so that we don't bug the rest of our group with questions and things like that. My popcorn team is in that chat. So even if somebody's not running a booth, that I always have eyes because if the app crashes, we want to be quick on the uptake, so you don't lose your credit card sales. So we have set up a Troop Square account under library. You can go in and you can add all of your product and sales pricing. So our heroes and helpers is variable because they can put in whatever donation amount they want. And then we set all the prices as per council. So in the create new item, you would just add them. You can select the colors, you can select different things on there. But this is set up to our Square account for our Troop email and password and our Troop bank account. I only send that information out if the app crashes. I do not let my parents have full access to it until it's needed, because again, we want everything in the app. And if you use the Square or Venmo, it's harder on the back end just because with Trails End being down, you have to see at 3:05:27, there was a $25 purchase. But you have 2 booths going, or if you have 1 booth or 2 booths, it's pretty easy to figure it out. In our old pack, we had 19 booths in a day. So when I have 19 booths and 30-something shifts, I have to figure out where it is. So we recommend to our parents to put in not only this, but in the comments, we ask them to put the scout name. So at least I can track what booth it went to, so I can reconcile the inventory on the back end, because this is all manual. But again, I don't want to lose that credit card sale. Trails End, if it does go down, has in the past given us our fees. I don't know how that will look going forward, but I'd rather eat the 30 cents or $20 in fees for that 20 minutes or hour that they're down, and not lose that 40 sales or whatever it is. So this is what the Square looks like if you go into library. We also have it set up for our scouts for the camp card. So we have the scout name and the camp card, and then this credit and fees there too. So that would work there as well. Venmo, same thing. We have it linked to our Troop bank account. So it has our Troop information, the Square, so that they have the QR code that they can sell it that way. Same thing, popcorn or camp cards. We have it set up so that they can use it. And again, you have to go in and manually edit everything on the back end when you're reconciling at the end of it.
Also, don't have parents use their Venmo to collect, because that messes with the taxes. So if you have a Troop bank account, IEN,
You can set up your Venmo, and then again, I give that information out if we need it against the app. So what we ask our parents, our customer obviously is going to be at the top. They made an $80 purchase, so we ask our parents to have the customer just type in really quick, even if it's quick notes, AC, WC white cheddar, whatever it is that they bought, donation, and then if they wouldn't mind, at least put the scout name, and then we can figure out inventory from there.
going back to the dashboard, you have your 3 gray lines at the top. That'll open your drop down in blue. Oh. Did I do something? No. Oh. So anyway, you can get to the training videos. Oh, that's okay. On that 3rd line down. Oh, you're good.
So this one.
One more.
One more. So in the leader section, the training there, again, is for the leaders, but when your scout is logged in, there's a training section for your parent and scout to go and review as well. So again, that's on the blue drop down. Thank you, sir.
So if you have parents that go to the App Store and they can't figure out what app they need to download, the Trails End app, they don't know what unit they're, in, or what region, with the area, the council, and then the troop or pack number, you can send that information to them pre-filled. So at the top here, you have the little email logo and the little SMS phone logo. So that will drop down, and you can invite a scout to Trails End from your leader portal. You would enter the scout's name, first and last, the parent's first and last name, and a cell phone number. And that cell phone will send an SMS notice to the parent that says, hey, Jamie's inviting you to Trails End, or Troop 149 is inviting you to Trails End, join. So they click that, it downloads the app for them, and then it plugs in the information that they just confirm, yes, I'm a part of this unit. And then it's all preset. They'll set their username and password, and then they'll get their notification, and then you get the notification that there's a new troop member in your Trails End.
So thank you for your time. We're gonna take any questions you might have or any problem troubleshooting. We're here for you.
So donations now, so instead of taking actually like cash donations or like we enter it in the Trails app.
Correct.
So under the, I can't remember, it used to be like that silver, gold, all that stuff, but you can put whatever number you
Correct.
want, the dollars, the
So they
$5.
have the 5, 10, and 20 mark, but at the bottom of that, they have the, where you can put in $1, you put in 50 cents, you put in 17 cents, you could put in $100. Like they have, it's still there as a product on the bottom of the product page.
Okay.
Any other questions, concerns? Anybody else in Zoom have questions?
Is there a practice setting where I can have my kid put it on his screen, on his tablet, enter it without being
There's
recorded?
not a practice screen, however, you can go in, and when I train my parents, I have them record a sale, but it doesn't complete through to the credit card, because you can remove and delete items. So I have them register through, sell me a white cheddar, make me a donation,
Uh-huh.
and then I can go in and swipe and delete those if it goes all the way through, but it doesn't go through until you hit the credit card. it's-
So us as leaders,
you can-
don't have to approve that, or?
No, you can create a sale and then you can delete the items. Did you guys want these or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
And as far as the app to sign in, they download the social platform. So you download the app, you do create an account, right?
So when, if you're not going to do the
Not
SMS
for a
email
leader, for a kid, for a.
or a parent, they have choices. They can either go into their Play Store or their Apple, I'm an Android, so I don't know what Apple has, and download that app directly, hit create account or register, I can't remember what it says. And then they have to go in and fill out what council, what part, like whether they're Metro West or Metro South or Metro North or River Mountain. And then they then have to choose their path or group. And then they'll send an email to you stating they've registered. So that's if the parent downloads the app.
Okay, but if we invite them, then I'll have all that. stuff
Yes,
in there,
so
right?
you would preload that info up front, they would receive that email or that SMS. And then they'll say, yay, this is correct, and click join.
Multiple kids,
Multiple kids, you need to have an account for each one.
but you can use the same email.
You can use the same email. So I have the same parent email for both my kids, but they have their own unique login.
So if I want to invite someone to join, I can do all that, I do it twice.
Correct.
It'll
Okay.
down, so at the screen, it said add scout, so you can add on another scout
You can add
when
them.
you're sending an SMS or email. I hope that helps. Any other questions? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you guys for your time this evening.
Those on Zoom, we do have printouts, but they are available under the training section in Trails End where you can download them. So we have the Trails End app user guide that we have. It's also available in the app under training. And then the storefront guide that we're handing out here in class, that you can download them online from the Trails End app.
So thank you again for your time. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
For those that are online, that'll be the next slide, I'll be distancing here in a second. If you have any questions, please, I'll leave this off for a couple minutes, type in anything, otherwise you guys can log off.